So our first stop on our virtual field tour this year is a demonstration titled Oat Varietal Response to Plant Growth Regulators with funding provided by the ADOPT program. So this is a one-year demonstration that's only being conducted at our site in Melfort. In this trial, we have two different plant growth regulators that we're looking at, Modus and Manipulator. So we have two different active ingredients. Modus has trinexapac ethyl, and then with Manipulator we get chlormequat chloride. So both active ingredients work by similar mechanisms. They reduce gibberellin biosynthesis, and gibberellin is a plant hormone that promotes stem elongation. So plant growth regulators tend to demonstrate the greatest benefits when applied under ideal crop conditions of adequate moisture and limited crop stress. So the main goal of applying a plant growth regulator is to minimize crop lodging for ease of harvesting, and then to mitigate any grain quality losses that would be associated with a lodged crop. Under conditions where lodging is more likely to occur, such as higher moisture conditions as well as higher agronomic inputs, you're more likely to see the benefit of a PGR application when applied in a cereal crop under these great crop conditions.
The second factor in this trial is that there are currently two recommendations for either a split application or a single application for both plant growth regulators being used in this demonstration. The best time for applying a plant growth regulator is arguably from growth stages 30 to 32, or from the beginning of stem elongation until the development of the second node. The recommendation for Manipulator in oats is a single application at the beginning of stem elongation to the development of the second node at a rate of 2.3 liters per hectare, or a split application of 1.15 liters per hectare at 4-leaf to 2 nodes, and again at the second node to flag leaf. The recommendation for Modus for a split application is 0.41 liters per hectare around tillering, and then again around the development of the flag leaf, or a single application of 0.83 liters per hectare at the beginning of stem elongation to the second node stage. Lastly, we have 3 different varieties in this demo that all have varying heights and lodging resistance. CS Camden is short and has very good lodging resistance. CDC Arberg also has good lodging resistance, but is a taller variety. And then lastly, we have CDC Ruffian, which is more similar in height to Camden, but is more prone to lodging than the other 2 varieties. We also used a 1.5 times rate of nitrogen in the plots treated with plant growth regulators as a means to increase height and increase the risk of lodging. In wheat, varietal responses to plant growth regulators have been documented, and thus different varieties of oats were chosen to determine whether or not the same would be observed in oats.
So some previous research done with plant growth regulators suggests that there might be a better height reduction with Modus as compared to Manipulator, as well as an even better height reduction with a mixture of the 2 products. However, due to certain limitations in this trial, we weren't able to do that. Also, research done by Alberta Agriculture has shown that their different varieties of oats as well as wheat do respond differently to different plant growth regulators, whereas most had height reductions. However, only some responded with increased yields and reduced bushel weights. All of these we will be evaluating in this trial. Due to a dry, hot season, we haven't really seen any drastic height reductions between the controls and the treatments with plant growth regulators. However,